So at this point, we got to get used to being a real slow airplane.
Right.
Because we're still going faster than we will on like our descents or finals or flying around.
Yep.
So you just sort of take a breath, get in the groove. To like, this is who we are now.
This is my life now.
This is it. All right, if you would, we're going to wiggle the rudders back and forth a little bit to make sure our gear doors have shut completely. Yep. All right, good. All right, so I'm going to do the first water landing, kind of show you what it's about, right? Talk you through it a little bit. My control.
Your flight controls.
My control. All right, we have a water landing checklist. Let's turn those pulse lights to, or landing lights to pulse, which they are.
Okay.
Turn on your bilge pump, and we verify that our landing gear is up and blue. It is stowed. We're going to leave it like that until we get all the way back to Roanoke. All right, water landing checklist complete. So obviously we are looking out for boats and all that good stuff. We're going to do our landing well past the bridge.
Okay.
I don't want to get over the water and sort of keep our noise out over the water instead of over the house.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got him on the screen. I don't have it visually yet.
If he's at this altitude, that's a problem.
Well, he's landing. He is pretty much at this altitude because he's.
Oh yeah, he's
right
committed to land there. I got you.
So when we go past there, we're going to stay real low over the water to stay out of their traffic pattern area.
Okay.
All right, so we got a bunch of fishing boats down there at the bridge.
Yep.
And we're looking for wind. Obviously, there's not much wind out here today, but you can tell where the wind is based on where the ripples are and the shadowy part or the calm part of the wind, right, or the water, is where the wind's coming from. Number one risk in a seaplane is a boat's wake. So all of the other dangers out here, the number one thing we're watching out for is big boat wake. And if anyone waves at us, you have to wave back to them. That is maritime law. All right, so we pick a point out on the water. It doesn't really matter, you know, if we hit there or not, but we want to have that reference point that we're trying to hit. Just like coming into land on the runway, we get to our point, we're going to float a little bit, but unlike your land plane, we're not trying to do this real high nose up attitude. We want to land about the same way that we're going to be taxiing. Get down here, we get the ground effect. Here comes the boat. Just wait for the touchdown. Yep, there we are, we're on the water.
Oh, that was so smooth.
And we're gonna power up. Remember, as we power up, did you see how I was pulling the stick back a little and nothing was happening?
Right.
That's because the power is trying to drive our nose down into the water.
Yep.
So we gotta pitch back just to maintain. We get off the water, about 50 feet or so, and power back, and we can just cruise down the channel here. All right, so we got room. We're gonna do another one straight ahead. Put your hands on the controls with me so you can feel what we're doing. All right, we got plenty of open space here. We're gonna power back to about 3,300. We don't have to be precise with these numbers, just good enough. We keep our nose at about this attitude. Coming down here, we're looking for ground effect, right? We want to just level off and feel that for a second, power back slightly, and then let the airplane sink down onto the water. There we are. You can feel that weight from that boat that just went by, right?
Yep.
Towing us up. All right, good. Your controls fly us down the water somewhere between here and maybe just a little bit higher. All right. But we're going to go under Smith Mountain Lake's traffic pattern there. And throttle back a little bit to fly around, like 70 knots is plenty.
Was that going to be like 4,000 or so?
Yeah, like 4,300 probably. most of what you're doing here is good. Now, we got to follow this channel. So just sort of look outside, follow the water for the channel markers. Mountain Lake traffic, Super Patrol 35 Sierra Papa. We're passing by your airport over the water here, 850 feet from Stable Williams.
This is so cool.
All right, so coming up here, not too far, we've got to do a right turn and a left turn.
Gotcha. Going that way?
Yeah, so we're not crossing on this house, obviously,
right,
but
no.
we got to go around this turn.
All right.
And so here's all your commercial pilot feel stuff, is we need to sort of do a steep turn without accelerated stalls, all right?
So we just add a little bit of power?
Yep, you'll add a little bit of power. You won't yank over and pull back real hard. Yep, see your channel marker?
Yep.
We'll stay to the left of that, and then we're gonna turn left around the orange one that's coming up. Alright, so we got plenty of room in front of us here. Alright, so I'm going to talk you through one. So power back to about 33. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, just get it back to close. Alright, so we're going to put our nose down. You see that little ripply thing that looks different out in front of us?
Yep.
Yep. Pay attention to that.
Don't want to hit that?
I mean, use that as a reference. Okay, good. We're in ground effect here. Just hold it there. Let the airspeed bleed off a little bit. The airplane will sink. All right, here's your first water landing. Power up. Pull it back, and here we are.
Holy crap.
All right, let's throttle back some. You or me or
I'm guessing that's you.
well, good.
All right, now where we want to go.
We're gonna go over to the right. Yeah, power back just a bit. That is me. I'm not sure why it is.
Did change what he missed with...
That's you.
It is me? Crap.
I think we got it though.
Our back just a little bit more and slow us down.
There you go. We want to cruise around. We're doing this somewhere around 70 knots. There's no hard and fast rule on that. It just means that about whenever you want, you can dip down, do a little splash. See, these are the guys that will just absolutely
wreck us.
Yeah. But the neat thing is, he's cutting this perfectly flat runway for us. You see that?
Yeah.
So we can always find a V and land in the V.
Okay.
As long as we don't have a bunch of crossing traffic like we're about to have here.
Turn to the right or go straight?
Yeah, so we'll go right behind this boat here. Yep, start your right turn. Who would have thought there'd be a lot of boats on Smith Mountain Lake on a Saturday morning? Crazy. big bird. All right, so it looks like we are following, I don't know, a wakeboarder or something.
We want to kind of get his fake, or?
Let's aim to the right a little bit. There you go. All right, let's see what we can do. So you're gonna power back to about 3,300. Yeah, just pick a point out in front of it, get a nice smooth descent going to that point. We want to get the ground effect. Yeah, hold the airplane sort of flat there. Nice. Dude, first unassisted one, power up. Pitch back as you do. Oh, that's real nice. All right, so climb up to about 50, 100 feet off the water here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, about 900 feet is what we're looking for on the altimeter. Good, so let's, we're gonna go up here, we're gonna climb up a little higher because we gotta cross, or turn around, come back the other way. We don't want to be buzzing people in their houses. So let's climb up to about 1,100 feet, 1,200 feet. Yeah, so you sort of pick a path. We're just going to stay over the water as much as we can. Go out here, turn around, go back the other direction.
Start turning around here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, very nice. So we'll exit and go back up that finger from whence we came.
Is it cool if I fly over this tree area?
Yep.
All right.
And power back. 4,300 ought to do it. Real nice. All right, so here comes a boat, right?
Yep.
Let's go see if we can use his V. So stay up here at this altitude. We'll just take that right turn around, and if there's no boats following right behind him, we'll see if we can land on that path he cut us.
Got like a little bit of a turn going, but
Yeah. That's one of the neat things about being a seaplane is we don't necessarily have to go straight ahead all the time, right? We can sort of land and turn.
it's like it's going this way a little
Yeah, some of those wakes are fairly big, so we'll keep
Yeah.
an eye on it here.
bit. Do I want to keep looking, or go for it?
Yeah, let's do this one. Alright. Good. Straight ahead and ground effect, yeah. Alright. Good, power up, let's go. Alright, real nice. So let's go over to the bigger part of the lake here. So climb up to about 1,000 feet, 1,100 feet like we were, so we can have a pretty good look down.
All right, we want to go to the right.
Yeah, let's go to the right. Down towards the dam. We're not going to go like over or right close to the dam, but we want to go down into that bigger section of water. So there's a lot of good looking water out there. Let's do a landing straight ahead. Good, we're gonna power back to 3,300. Remember our before landing check in the water? What are our three things?
Land, lights, gear up, bilge pump. All those are good.
Water landing checks complete. Power up. We'll go around there.
Yep.
That's pretty good. So where you can feel that crosswind, right?
Right,
We still do have to do crosswind technique in here because we touch down sort of sideways on the keel. It's going to whip us around.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, we can level off around 950 feet, 1,000 feet. So we'll go down through here and take the turn on the big water. Oh, somebody's got a nice sailboat parked over there on the beach. It's kind of neat.
That's really cool. I'm flying out this way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's closed off.
All right, so let's do a landing straight ahead. I think we've got a pretty good headwind right here. Take the power back. A little bumpy right here. Running out of room, let's power up and go.
Oh, I might have made a mistake there.
All right. We found the turbo mode, so let's back out of turbo.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. And we'll bring this left turn on around. Yep, then we'll head back over towards the water. Yep, keep coming to the left.
Keep coming.
All right, good. We can level off here. Power back to 4,300. Now we're going to go look for Danny's house. Danny is somewhere over there. So we're going to go fly around this finger and then head up that next one. There's a bunch of boats sitting out there.
Oh, wow, there's the dam.
Yeah, there it is. We're going to try not to buzz all of those boats, but I'm pretty sure Danny's house is back up that finger.
Gotcha.
So we're going to go look for that. orographic turbulence on the backside of that mountain.
Yeah. I think you're down this way.
Down, see all these boats here?
Yeah, we're going past them.
Yeah.
A little bit to the right of them.
Yeah, let's go to the right of them. Yeah, there's Danny's place. Alright, tell you what, my controls here.
Your flight controls.
We're gonna come around, do a landing, and step taxi if we can over to Danny's. So our water landing configuration is still where it should be. Alright, so we're going to use this boat's wake that he just cut for us as full runway. Alright, not to overbank. Morning, Danny.
Holy crap.
Got a little more room to step taxi here. I was afraid we were going to get surrounded by boats and never get out of there.
Yeah.
So now we're on the water. And what I want to do is let this thing slow down enough so that we really can't fly anymore, but we're not going to sink down into displacement is what they call that. So just keeping the power up for somewhere like in the 30 knots. And what we're doing is we are keeping the wings out of the water with aileron. You see that?
Yeah.
And we're going to steer our boat with rudder.
Okay.
So we're going to do a right turn a little bit, so just a little bit of right rudder, and we do whatever it takes with the ailerons to keep the wings level.
Okay.
And if we want to go to the left, we step on the left rudder, and we may have to counter steer.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it is. We're keeping an eye on that speed, because if we get too slow, we'll just start to plow. But here, I mean, we're sort of a boat, right? We can go around to wherever.
Huh.
All right, so we're going to take off. I'm going to power up. I have to pitch back just to hold our attitude, looking outside. Being smooth with it. All right, then it breaks water. Here we go. All right, your controls?
I flight controls.
Control. Okay, so climb us up, you can do a right turn, and we're basically gonna go back and do that again, except this time we're gonna come to a full stop.
All right, we just want to do a right turn, turning around?
Yep, just right turn, and we'll go back and we'll land in the same direction we just did.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring it all the way like we're gonna go on a right downwind. Trying not to overfly the state park too much there. Good. Yeah, just sort of take it out towards that little island, bring it back around, and we'll land right up that finger again. A little less on your power, we'll slow down some. See that big water tower up there?
Yeah, fly right towards that.
Yeah, we'll kind of make that our directional goal. I'd like to land this airplane just kind of where the land narrows together.
Okay.
So that'll be our touchdown target. Right there, as we touch down with the water, we're going to power all the way back to idle.
Oh.
There you go. Once we're on the water, now we power idle, and we just sort of hold the nose up as long as we can. It's gonna eventually sort of, we can't do anything about it. Here it comes. We are at displacement. So now the rudders really don't do much for you. We can pop the door open and reach out and touch the water, because, you know, why not?
Oh, crap, that's so cool. Oh my gosh.
Here's a towel for you if you need it. And so this is, you know, we're going to weather vane. There's not a lot of wind out here this morning, but the airplane will naturally find its headwind.
Right.
And we can't do too much about it. We can power up and our rudder becomes effective. We can also do some sailing if we had enough wind, which we might, which is kind of neat. So if you deflect your ailerons and use your rudders, you can make the boat sort of strafe back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
So you could actually like back it in and park on a beach.
Oh, wow. That water is warm.
Yeah.
It's like warmer than the air.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
That's the thermal mass, right?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, ready to take off?
Yep.
Okay, get your hatch battened, if you will. Okay, sealed?
Yep.
All right, so takeoff is kind of weird from displacement. You can have your hands on, I'll help you with it, but
all right,
it's a bunch of movements. As soon as we throttle up, the nose wants to push down, right? So we're gonna have to be doing this for that to not happen. We're gonna get up on step, and then the airplane's gonna wanna pitch back too much, so we gotta push forward and not let that happen.
Okay.
So we're gonna get on step, and the airplane wants to pitch forward, so we gotta do this. We're gonna be doing this a bunch until we just get stabilized and can take off again.
Okay.
All right, you ready? We're clear ahead.
All right.
All right, pitching all the way back, powering all the way up. All right, so we wait, and now when it wants to lean over, we help it, but then we got to pull it back to stop that oscillation. And then we start going forward and just doing whatever it takes to keep the airplane straight. And then we're flying again. All right, you've got the controls fully.
Flight controls. Where are we going?
Go right, we're gonna fly up this channel. So it's a pretty good right there. And we're gonna stay low because we're near the Smith Mountain Lake Airport. So back your power down here at about 4,300. And you see your channel here, we'll take this right turn and that left turn. Trying not to overfly the state park.
Oh, there's the beach. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna swap the fuel tanks for us because it's about time for that.
We want to hook a, yeah, I'm going to keep hauling it this way.
Yeah, keep going. All right, so when we come right and it sort of opens up, we can do a splash there if you want.
All right.
As long as we got no big boats coming. Yeah, we're looking clear down there. Good. Pick that point that means something to you out in front. Keep the nose on it. Look for ground effects. Get down a little bit there. There you go. You're on it. Good. Now power up. Nice. All right, level off. We're clear. Let's see you do another one. Very nice. Power up. Haha. Fully unassisted splash and go. Alright, looks like we got a couple of boats here. We'll
Climb up a little bit.
yeah. We'll maybe use his wake to do another one in, or his V.
Gotcha. We gotta come behind him.
Oh, hello, Betty Joe.
There's a good number of like different wakes. You want to try it going this way?
We've got, see this one still powering at us?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
And that doesn't leave as much room in between him and the bridge. So we're gonna climb up and land on the other side of the bridge will be our plan. We don't have to go too high, about 1,000 feet. There you go. This will work here. So we'll get a little closer, make sure there's no boats in that area north of the bridge, but we'll put it down there again.
Bridgewater Marina. Alright, now that cold's getting like hot. That heat is like...
Alright, so you can, well, let's do this landing, then we'll fix it. Alright, so we're clear ahead. Yeah. Power back. Yeah, good. Power back. There's some wakes down here, so we'll just see if we hit the water and bounce pretty hard, we'll power up and go. Running out of room, power up. Now we're going to follow the river. We'll go, this is going to turn left here. Yeah, and then it's going to turn right up here. So we're going to swing around wide and try to land down this next finger. So back the power off a little bit to not blow these people out of their houses. Good, okay, so now let's power down. We're gonna do kind of a steep dive in this one, so we're gonna power way back. Hold that nose constant. When we get down to ground effect, we'll bleed off the energy. There you go. Real nice. You're on the water, need a little rudder. Power up, and there we go. Good, we'll continue to follow the river. Turn off your cabin heat for now, if that helps.
That's a tight turn.
Yep, so you don't have to stay right over it. We're gonna go over here. Yeah, but you see how the river turns to the right there? So we got room for one last one up through here. Now just back the power down. Good, little more than you used to, almost like idle power here. Get that, okay, there's some kind of boat out there. He's not cutting a big wake though. We just don't want to run right up in this space. All right, you're looking good, looking good. Yeah. A little bit of right rudder. Nice.
Got some videos.
Yeah. Yep. All right, man. Climb up and away. Head back to Roanoke. You've mastered seaplanes.